It was a warm afternoon when the ship bringing Prince Niran back arrived at the port. Before disembarking, the ship's captain approached him. "Your Highness, we have a problem. While you've been away for your training, a monster called Sticky Hair came to live in the forest. He's been attacking and scaring away travelers who have dared to take that route. I advise you to take the long road through the mountains for your own safety." "Thanks for the warning," Niran replied. "But it's all right. I want to get home before dark, and I'm armed. Besides," he added, "I'm a trained warrior, and I'm not afraid of some old ridiculous monster." And as soon as he stepped off the ship, the young prince strode into the forest with determined steps. Just when he was starting to think the monster was nothing more than a tale, Niran reached a clearing in the forest where the biggest and most terrifying creature he had ever seen in his life awaited him. It looked like a disgusting pile of straw that was alive and breathing. It had an immense head and stared at him with enormous eyes. 2 large fangs protruded from its mouth, and it had dark, repulsive teeth. Its belly was round like a beach ball. "Grrr," Sticky Hair roared. "What do you think you're doing in my forest, shrimp? You look delicious. I think I found my dinner." "Ha! You don't scare me, you horrible monster," Niran shouted back. "I'm a warrior, and I'll run you through with my sword. I challenge you to fight me." Quick as lightning, the prince leaped forward and launched a powerful thrust. But surprise, the sword got stuck in the creature's slimy hair. Niran let go of the sword and quickly rolled away across the ground. He jumped up and grabbed his bow. Bang, bang, bang! He shot arrow after arrow, but just like the sword, they all got tangled in the giant's sticky fur. The prince couldn't believe it. "Ha ha ha!" Sticky Hair mocked. "How funny you are, shrimp. You'll never defeat me." Then he began to shake his entire body, from his grotesque, huge head down to his giant, stinking feet, and all the arrows the prince had shot fell to the ground. Niran now had only his club left, so he tried to hit the monster with all his strength, but the club also got trapped in the tangle of hair and slipped from his hands. "You haven't beaten me yet," he challenged. "Even if my weapons don't work, I'm young and strong. I'll fight with my fists," he shouted as he ran and jumped on top of the monster. And then he got stuck too, even hanging there, stuck to the creature's hair. Prince Niran still showed no fear. So much so that the monster began to wonder why this human was so brave. "Why aren't you afraid of me, little squirt? I could devour you in a second," he threatened ferociously. Trapped in the monster's tangled hair, Niran wondered what to do, when suddenly he had a brilliant idea. He realized he had to use his mind instead of his weapons to trick and defeat the horrible creature. "I'll tell you why I'm not afraid of you. My entire skin is covered in deadly poison, and you'll die with me if you eat me. I dare you to devour me," he shouted at the monster. At first, Sticky Hair didn't believe him, but the more the prince insisted, the more the monster doubted. "Even though I'd like to eat him, I can't risk poisoning myself," he muttered. Reluctantly, he pulled the prince out of his tangled hair and set him on the ground. "All right, brave shrimp. You've convinced me that you're telling the truth, and since I don't want to die, I suppose I'll have to let you go," he exclaimed grudgingly. Niran stayed still for a moment, breathing hard. The clearing looked almost the same as when he had arrived, except for the arrows scattered among the leaves and the sword lying where it had fallen. He brushed the dirt from his clothes and took a step back. "Don't trouble my people again," he said. "This is my forest." The creature watched him in silence. Its great body rose and fell slowly, as if the forest itself were breathing through it. "I have let you go this time," Sticky Hair said at last. "But none of this is yours. Nor the people, nor this forest belong to you," he said. Niran said nothing. He turned and walked away, without looking back. Sticky Hair remained there until night settled again upon the forest.